Welcome to Magic's Monologues, Quick and Dirty number 6. Before we get into it, do the following to help visibility. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and smack that bell as you would joyfully smack a good booty. Am I the a-hole for agreeing with my sister on the affair she accused our mom of? Thank you to Sam for sending me this link. When my sister and I were about 10, me, and her 12, our mom went back to work. She met this guy called Mark, and the two of them became very close. Take note, guys. This is getting very common. Stay-at-home moms who go back to work, getting attention and validation from men other than their husbands, and defecation then soon happens. After a couple of years, we started to question if mom was having an affair. Our dad suspected she might be. Pay attention. Red flag, gentlemen. When a woman says he's just a friend, it's a warning sign. For men, just a friend usually means just a friend, no more, no less. However, women are indirect, and we are lucky if they ever say what they actually mean. And this phrase has a completely different meaning in the science and use of language in the female universe. It was a big conflict in our parents' marriage. Maybe it wasn't a full-blown affair, but even Dad suggested it wasn't a physical affair. It was an emotional one, and I tend to agree. Mom and Mark would get very flirty with each other, and she invited him to everything as a family friend. My dad and Mark did not get along, and Mark used to tease Dad that he was so uptight and possessive to be so bothered by a harmless flirting. Mom would fight to have Mark included in stuff because Dad didn't want him around. Our parents' marriage was never the same. They even separated for a while, but got back together. Slap to the back of the head for your dad. Sometimes we guys need another guy to slap us up the backside of our head to wake us up. What he should have done is taken the hit, divorced your mom, and not display this weak behavior. Note the shaming tactics used. So uptight and possessive as to be bothered by a harmless fling. As a man, you have every right to say, "Get the F away from my family." I think every man watching this needs to understand he stayed for his daughters. However, it sent the message to your mom that she ran the relationship and could get away with it. Guys, if you're in this situation, talk to a lawyer immediately. If you can afford it, hire a PI and get evidence of adultery. Then use it to the maximum strategic value. Once a woman betrays you, you can't be Mr. Nice Guy. You need to get a female lawyer and show you are willing to go scorched earth if necessary. The family court system is pathologically against you. Therefore, you must go to war with the attitude of fighting against a stacked deck. Why? Because it is. When I was 19, my dad passed away from a brain aneurysm. Mark was at the house right after it happened, and Mom even had him sit with us during the funeral. She told us he was her best friend despite the fact her other best friend, someone we all loved, was not asked to sit with us. This was my mom's lifelong friend, Abby. Abby claimed Mom saw Mark as a brother. Forget what people or women tell you. Pay attention to their actions. Her actions told you everything you needed to know. 2 years later, Mom announced she and Mark were a couple. Wow! Shocker! None of us saw that coming. It didn't come as a surprise, but my sister and I didn't really like or truly support the relationship. We said nothing, but Mom picked up on it. She noticed it was more apparent when they got married 18 months later. Now they have been married almost 3 years. Two things come to mind. One, once a cheater, always a cheater. Two, if they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. We'll see how long this marriage lasts. The whole thing became a heated debate because my sister is getting married and hasn't included my mom in anything wedding related. When asked, she made it very clear that Mark has no role in her wedding at all. This led Mom to confront my sister about the change in the relationship, and my sister told her she saw her relationship with Mark as proof they were never just friends with a siblinghood bond. She said people don't date people they have a close sibling relationship with. My sister told her she didn't believe they didn't have an affair, and she showed Dad disrespect by getting with Mark. She said moving on with anyone else would have been different, but Mark was a slap in the face to our dad. Yes, it was. She betrayed your father. She's lucky she even got invited to the wedding. My mom came to me after her fight with my sister and told me my sister has made accusations against her and Mark, especially her, and she wanted to know if I thought the same thing of her. I said yes. I told her I wasn't entirely convinced that she and Mark had a physical affair, but I refused to believe it was not an emotional one, and it did change how I saw her and did not make me feel great about her marriage and the current relationship with Mark. My mom said it was an awful thing to accuse her of, and how could both of us have such a low opinion of her when she was such a great wife to Dad and Mom to us. Play victim much? She told us she hated that I supported my sister's accusations when the two of us used to be so close. Am I the a-hole? No, you're not. And frankly, in this case, I commend your loyalty to your dad. Let me tell you something about men, honey. We value loyalty. This is why, as a rule, men prefer dogs over cats. In the comments below, give your thoughts, guys, on this story and any advice you want to share or what you would do. I want your personal stories to share, or if you see an article online you think I should cover, send the whole story and the link just in case it's not there by the time I get there. Email it to stories@magicsmonologue.com. This way others can learn from your victories, joys, and defeats as we work to not only support each other, but to help each other become better men. I want to personally thank you for the thumbs up you've given me, your smart choice to subscribe for future videos, and your feedback in the comments section as well. Plus, please share this everywhere. This is the best way to help grow this channel and support me. If you have a moment, stop by my YouTube community tab and vote on my surveys, or subscribe to my Rumble, Twitter, Getter, or Gab. In doing so, you are certainly helping to help educate other men and piss off a Karen near you. Until next time. Thank you for stopping by. Before you run off, please check out these other videos and give them a thumbs up to help them be visible to other people.